Welcome to the Night Talk. I am your host, Dwayne Lanham, with your co-host, with both co-hosts, when the other one's here, TLO and Scarlet Anonymous. This show is copyrighted by me, Dwayne Lanham, and the Freedom Revolution Network. Please, all educational material purposes, please be cautioned. All right, guys, tonight's going to be a relaxed night here on the Freedom Revolution Network. TLO is kind of dead on news today.
Yes.
Like,
that's what happens when the Fear Factory doesn't have much to say.
Right? But no, dude, the news is dead. Everywhere's opening back up, and we're just sitting here going like, what the fuck do we talk about?
Well, that's the thing. Is the reason why there's no news is because they don't want to report the fact that things are opening up, but yet we're not seeing people drop in the streets like they said it would.
Right. You know, dude, and it's really weird of how, you know, shit's just going down. You know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, we're all starting to kind of be able to relax and kind of sit back and kind of get a little bit of normalcy back.
Yeah, bits and pieces, definitely.
You know, like, this is the first night I've really not talked about the coronavirus, and it's going to be so... It's going to be different.
Yeah, there really isn't that much to talk about. I mean, it's there. Yes, people are dying, but it's not like the way the government presented the entire time that we've been dealing with the coronavirus for the last, 3-4 months almost. None of this is how they said at all, like any of their numbers. Any of them.
Right. Right. It's really not, though. You know, none of the numbers are kind of really matching up.
Take the state of Minnesota, where I am and whoever the former co-host or wherever she ran off to. Our state of Minnesota, they said we were going to be, you know, and this is on the conservative side. They said between 25 to 75,000 people dying of this virus, and I don't think we're to 1,000 people yet.
No, and dude, here's the thing: if you were going to do that, why reopen the state of Minnesota?
Right. Well, yeah, but that's why you see, I saw in the news today, there was at least 2 or 3 articles that are saying, oh yeah, so what's next? What happens when we get more cases and when we have to shut down again? So they're already trying to put that idea out there.
Right.
That we will go back to quarantine and shelter in place if we get more new cases and new deaths and stuff like that.
Right. You know, and that's what I'm afraid of. You know, but dude, just
be afraid.
Just to have some of my normalcy back. I can go walk through a park and stuff now without the fear of being arrested.
That's true.
You know, or now I can here on the 21st, I can walk into a restaurant and sit down and have a meal and not worry about anything. You know what I mean? Who would ever expect we would get this normalcy back?
Well, we'll see if it continues. That's the thing, is this could be they realize that things were getting really bad. The population itself was not really going to tolerate much more, and so they loosen things up, and then they'll come up with some excuse and then have to tie everything back down again.
Right. No, and that's true. But here's the thing, though. If they try to do that, you know, it's going to get to the point where everyone's going yeah, no, fuck you. I mean, I'm sorry to say it that way, you know. But that's how it's really going to be. I'm trying to figure out where my other co-host went. She just kind of fucking left. TLO, I love how that happens. We're all on the phone together. I say, hey, I'm getting ready to go live. Where is she? Not here.
That was quite the great escape.
Well, she's looking at my messages, and I'm hoping she realizes I'm live. Here's the thing, guys. A little bit about Scarlett. I'm a shit talk here for a minute until she gets her ass on here. Because I know when she gets on here, I gotta shut up. Oh shit. Fuck. She's here. Hi, hon.
It's not cool to talk about people like that. Like, we're supposed to be like a network. No, like, seriously. Like, it's not cool to always shit talk me, dude.
TLO started at first.
Oh, sure. I started first.
He went like the other co-host wherever she went.
Well, yeah. I didn't know what was going on.
Scarlett, me and TLO were kind of talking here about the fact that we're kind of getting a little bit of normalcy back. You know what I mean? Like, you can go out and go for a walk without the fear of being arrested. I don't know why my phone just dinged when it's on mute. Oh, Scarlett left again.
Just came in to interject that fine point and leave.
Yeah, she just left. Well, to report, one of my groups are going on complete lockdown.
Saying why?
I don't even know yet. I'm checking my messages. But no, dude, it's like just kind of a chill night. I want to know where Scarlett went.
Right? We can maybe talk about that for the hour.
Who says I'm doing an hour? Lay into him, Scarlett. Ooh, my mom's watching.
My mom's always watching.
My mom
doesn't give a shit. So.
My mom's always watches the show now. Sorry, I've got my phone open to monitor this chat too, so I can see what's going on.
I don't think my mom has ever watched the show.
But the fact is, like I can go outside without the fear of being arrested. Because like every time I would walk outside, it was that constant fear of like, am I gonna get arrested? Am I gonna go to jail?
Yeah, that place has gotten folks.
It's that small fear right there. And I really never thought it would be a fear.
Always never really know what we'll actually end up fearing in the end.
Right.
Just know there's something.
And like when you walk outside, you should be able to feel like normal. You should be able to feel okay to walk out of your house and just go like, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to be smooth. But in all reality, is it? In all reality, am I going to get shot by a cop for just walking out my door? And I think that was, I think that was the fear of a lot of people. Give me a minute, guys. I'm opening up my door. It is hot as ever. Scarlett's here. Hey, hon, is everything okay? Scarlett.
For whom the clarity rings.
Right? Oh my God, it is hotter than inside of an oven in this house.
Like what? Is it like 70 there or something?
Yeah, hold on, I'll look. Oh, she's muted. Scarlett, you here?
I am.
It's 63, feels like 75.
Oh my God, it's 63.
63, but it's feeling like it's
Feels
75.
like 75, so it's humid.
Yeah, and plus it rained today, and you got this hot air coming through. And do I have an AC? No, we haven't put our AC in yet, which I'm kind of wondering with my mother when we're going to do that. I would like to get the AC down here.
When you gonna do that?
I don't know where our AC is right now to put it in.
Lost in space.
But no, so Scarlett, like me and TLO were talking, you know, like a lot of people are starting to be able to feel free to go outside again without like getting in severe trouble.
That's a false sense of security.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. TLO.
Did you, so to speak, and let us get like sort of comfy and then yank it back again?
Well, we don't need to get comfy because Walls just extended emergency powers till the 12th of June.
Well, there goes his executive bill.
Oh yeah, there goes that bonding bill he thought he was going to get passed.
You know, but here's the thing though, is like I'm seeing Ohio slowly opening up bit by bit, and where all these people at, I'm just kind of like avoiding. You know, like I know I got to go donate this morning. You know, so like
Dang,
I kind of.
could you not hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you for a good minute.
Shit, I was talking. Okay, so apparently this shit came out tonight, and apparently how TLO, you're just talking about the bonding bill.
Yeah.
Apparently, since the Senate went home today, there was a late press release letter just released in the last hour that basically said because he extended these peacetime emergency powers, now that the Senate is and House and Congress is done, he can decide what to do with all that money without legislative oversight.
What? Why did Congress? Yeah. Why did the Senate and the House go home?
Because they're done with their session for the year. This is the time they go home anyway.
It's time.
Yeah, so now till June 12th, he can spend the money however he wants.
See, and that's not okay. And now we have something to talk about.
Now he will get his bonding bill.
You know, so here's the thing. You know, we really didn't have nothing to talk about because, guys, all three of us will testify this.
That's something to talk about. Like, how dare you just cut off that topic? That was a decent topic.
I was going to say something and go back to that. Like, we were looking for news. Like, me and Scarlett were looking for about an hour and a half before the show.
Yeah, that just came out. That's when I was like, oh, hold on, let me read that when we were on the phone. That's what I was reading. But it doesn't really make that much sense to you.
So when since now that the Senate's gone home, because I know the powers of the Senate, the House.
Yeah.
So I know about their
powers.
So
the word is legislature. So when it's both, just say the legislature.
So now the fact with both legislators being gone and a bill being in the process, he don't
need the bill.
Yeah, he doesn't need the bill because now he has full control. Which here's the thing that I disagree with that, okay? A governor having that much control is the same reason, I'm going to go back like years back, is the same reason World War II happened. One person had way too much control.
That had to do with secret societies and all that. He was propped up by the other people who had created allies.
I know, but you see what I'm saying,
right?
Like, you see where I'm trying to go with that.
Yeah, consolidated power is never a good thing.
Right. You know, so like someone that has consolidated power, they're going to feel like they can do whatever they want without getting in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the only reason Walz pushed it back today is because he knew that the legislators went home today.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was nothing they could do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
He knew he wasted so much time with their session that there was nothing else that they could do.
Which I don't agree with. That's a misuse of power right there.
And that's why we need to sue him over this.
Yeah, because don't you guys have a bill or something in effect that once the president stands down from the national pandemic rules that
No, it's just that even if Trump doesn't agree with his executive order.
Right.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, so we honestly need to get a group of citizens willing to sue.
I mean, okay.
Well, it won't be too long before he gets his ass impeached. I guarantee.
How much longer does he have, though?
Well, this I think is just still halfway through his term, isn't it?
Because they could start nothing until they go back in session, even if they wanted to. The House is majorly controlled by Democrats.
No matter what the government is doing, my mom said this. No matter what the government is doing, people are starting to stand up and take their lives back. That is true.
That's true.
Like all it takes is like a petition with 10,000 people's signatures, and that could start the process right there.
Right. Sorry, I'm texting my mom and ask her where's the air conditioner. I want to put this thing in. So I don't know. Like, with the House being controlled by Democrats and the Senate being mostly controlled by Republicans, how's that even going to work?
It doesn't.
To try to impeach him.
Well,
but see, and another thing that people aren't recognizing, the fact that Walz is trying to hold on to this power, and like if he tries to do some more of this shutdown shit, he's gonna lose like the majority of his constituents, like even the Democrats, even the liberal-based ones, because they're starting to lose a lot of money, and a lot of the government itself is losing money, and a lot of those are unionized people in the city and in the state workers, and they're going to be laid off soon because we're running way short of money.
Right, I think my mom's coming down.
Yeah, I didn't tag anybody in it because Facebook's been taking my shit down. Like yesterday morning, a gym in New Jersey, a private gym in New Jersey, opened back up.
I saw that.
They knew that it was against the law and that there was a chance they were going to get shut down and arrested. The cops showed up there at 8:00, said that they were just making sure that there was no fighting, no nothing else, turned around and left. People are starting to stand together. And this is the way that I look at it. If we all start standing up together, they can't knock us all down.
Right.
No, if we start standing up together as one nation, they ain't going to be able to knock us all down. And cops and, law enforcement are starting to stand in behind these people that are standing up and taking their life back. And like the guy said that owns the gym, 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks. 3 weeks turned into 4. 4 turned into 2 months.
We had said that here on the network. We had said that here on the network in the early months, even before Dwayne had started his show. We told people that they were going to just keep stringing us along and stringing us along and stringing us along forever.
Now what became something that was honestly for our safety, all it has come down to now is all about politics, political, and a fucking power struggle. And that's all.
It's about compliance.
And It's got so many people out of jobs. It's got so many people afraid to open up, because they're getting fined and they're getting arrested. But the more people start coming out that are opening up, especially small business owners that are opening up, people standing in behind them, the law enforcement standing in behind them, is if we can start doing this together and not backing down, they can knock some people down. But if we all stand up together at once, they can't knock us all down.
There's 330 million people in the U.S.
And because if we start standing up, they're going to see that come election time, which is in November. How about none of us vote?
Any of us do that, dude. That's going to cause a riot right there in itself.
Because they're already talking about in some states, instead of going to a poll in a place to go vote, that people are going to be standing out alongside the road. You drive up, you drop your ballot in a fucking box. In a cardboard box. That is what California is thinking about doing. Because California is already saying, at first they're not going to open up until August. Well, someone that I follow that lives in California, they don't even know if they're going to be open in November come election. So that's why they're already talking about people standing outside, like at the post office or something, with a regular cardboard box that you put your ballots into.
Oh, I'm seeing chat. Scarlett, I'm seeing the chat. And speaking of that, there's a video that my mom recorded on my phone, and I'm going to play it real quick. Because it's about a good 5-minute video, but it's worth listening to. Okay, it's worth listening to it. It's Joe Rogan on his podcast, and then I know I'm going there. You still there, Tiolo?
Yeah.
I want you guys to listen to this.
Callan and I and Shab have actually talked about this, like getting a ranch together. Well, if here's the thing, if California continues to be this restrictive, I don't know if this is a good place to live. First of all, it's extremely expensive. The taxes here are ridiculous. Yeah. And if they really say that we can't do stand up until 2022 or something like that, I might jet. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is silly. I don't need to be here. The only reason why I'm here is that I'm close to people like you. Right. A lot of my friends live here. The store's here. But if they won't let us to the store, but we could do stand up other places, why would we stay here? Where in Texas, though? I don't know, man. Austin. I like Austin a lot. I like Dallas a lot. I like Houston, but I don't know if I live in Houston. I would definitely live very humid there. The summers are brutal. Dallas is great.
I'm trying to read through this. I think they're starting with 25% of listed occupancy. Yeah.
At the Improv?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna do it smart.
It says
they're not doing it to make money. They're doing it for the audiences. Like it says, it's not a money making opportunity.
Tell that to Brian Callen, Brennan Schaub. We're going to demand their money.
The other thing is they make most of their money off of alcohol. And if people have to wear masks, how's that work?
Should we call Callen right now?
Everyone's got a sippy straw.
Let's call Callen right now.
Update.
Yeah, find out what's going on. since he's the one who's actually doing it.
It says operating at 25% will not be a money-making exercise, nor will be 50% when that point is reached. So they're not there yet.
I've got to, I'm supposed to do Portland. What's up, bud? Hey, buddy, you're on the air, so don't say anything crazy. Okay. When are you doing the Improv in Houston? I'm doing the Improv in Houston. Me and Brennan Schaub. You're a savage. Come with me the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. How many people are allowed to be in the audience? I think it's 200 so far. Whoa.
That's because that's all they could sell?
How many? 200 people in the crowd. What is the normal capacity? Yeah, I believe that's the number. That's Texas. Now, I just read in the New York Times, Brendan Schaub called me and said that the shutdown in Los Angeles is being considered till July. Yes. Yeah, that's what I said. So normally Houston Improv seats 450 people, it says.
Yeah.
So they'll allow 200 people, is that what it is? That's correct.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, LA is July. How crazy is that? Well,
There was something going off on your phone and it quit.
Just hit play. Give me 1 minute, guys. Just click the quick screen.
I am. There's nothing happening. I lost it.
Give me a minute, guys, and I'll get the video back playing. Give me 1 second.
I don't even know where it went.
It should still be there.
Well, I'm
Not seeing it. I know. Yeah.
now. I really don't want to go through all this.
You need to see nothing.
All right. Because there was the one that was a couple minutes, and then I think it was that one.
All right. Is everybody? Oh, TLO, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Used to be this restricted. Represent me. I have no recourse here. Where are we moving? Where are we moving? You want to go to Texas? I like Texas. I got to sit here like a cow chewing grass while Gavin Newsom has decided, for my own good, to shut down the entire state and the economy. And I'm sorry to say this also, but from what I have read, and I may be wrong, but this is primarily a disease that is fatal to the mean average, I think, is 80 or is it 81? Yes, we actually talked about it on the podcast that the average age that people die from this disease is older than the average age people die. Okay, so we shut down everything. Instead of having a targeted quarantine or a smarter way to do this, I just have to do like a cow chewing grass. I have to listen to whatever my politician tells me. This is I thought it was May 15th. Now it's July. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you in that way. I think it's LA County is actually July. The governor still has May 15th, and that they're moving forward with stages. So the next stage will be gyms, and they're going to have, certain disinfection salons, things like that. They're going to have certain rules in place, hand sanitizer, things along those lines. I'm just still so confused by this. I think they should quarantine people that are higher at risk and quarantine people if they choose to be quarantined because they're still scared of it. That's what I think.
All right, and I'm going to explain this video for a minute.
It got taken down.
It got taken down not even an hour being up on Facebook. My mom woke me up because Graham Allen, who is a rights activist, is standing up. He posted it, and he's standing up for everybody's rights at this point.
He's the one that posted the video.
Yep, he's the one that my mom posted the video from today from the gym owner. And my mom woke me up to watch this video, and she was trying to tag you, Scarlett, in the video.
Oh.
It wouldn't let us tag it. And
I've been hearing that. Yeah, you do talk so loud, Dwayne. Red's been having that same issue tagging me and stuff lately too. Like it won't let her tag me.
And you know what I found? I couldn't share that because it had taken down. It got taken down off of even Graham Allen's page. I had to get to it through my notifications. So I just recorded it from my phone to Dwayne's phone. But
right.
I was going in and looking.
This was that video that you were telling me and read about?
Yeah, and I was going through my Facebook because I have posted a lot of Bible verses that have to deal with what's going on. Mm-hmm. And Facebook has taken down all of my Bible verses. The thing that I posted the other day about the safety how it's unhealthy to wear masks. Facebook has flagged that now. So if you find that on my page, it's going to say that there's some scientific, that not all of it is facts. And I'm surprised that the video that I posted today about the gym and New Jersey, my topic, I didn't tag anybody in it because I'm afraid of getting anybody in trouble. But I
Right.
put on there, so I don't know how long Facebook is gonna keep this up.
Hold on, let me turn my brightness down and I'll show you guys exactly what she's talking about right here. It completely covers the picture, and it says,
And the other stuff they took down, all my Bible verses.
hold on, let me turn my brightness down a little bit more so you guys can actually see this. Partially false. Third party.
And that was my notification.
And that was her notification.
But today when
Yeah,
I
they said they were
post,
going to start doing that.
today when I posted the video, I said Facebook will probably take this down,
Mm-hmm.
like they have with all my other things that I have posted. But this is what everyone needs to start doing. Can't knock us all down if we stand together. And but anyways, like I was saying, I posted a lot of Bible verses that pertain to what we're going through, you know. And if you looked up the scriptures, they were actually right on with what is going on.
And I have the
Today.
scriptures.
Not all of them,
I have most of them.
but I had
That's
about
two. That's three. That's 3 pages that they've taken off my mom's.
no, but I didn't have all of them ones. I had it broke it down.
Like says hi.
Who?
Pamela.
Hi. Like the 20-day, like what this day means and that day means, and the timelining of everything. I had about 10 of them posted. They were different ones, and they all got taken off of. It said this is no longer available. Facebook is taking everything down that I post.
And see, I seen an article about Facebook talking about this, so they're going to try, because they're saying that because they don't have enough human-based moderators, that this is an AI, an artificial intelligence catching everything through Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Because I've posted a couple things on my Instagram that's got taken down. I've got Scarlett, a lot of the stuff I tagged you in has gotten taken down.
But I've never had a problem with Facebook before until now.
So like this is literally impending our First Amendment right.
And this is what I posted before I came downstairs.
It says, I never thought I would see a time that so many people were so afraid of dying that they are willing to stop living.
And like I said, there's things that I want to post people when, like you, Scarlett, and like Red and doing, but I'm with the way that Facebook has been on my page, I do not want to get anybody in trouble. And this is how you guys promote this platform and what you guys do. So that some of the things that I post that you would see that I would normally tag you in, that like the article from Graham Allen and what happened yesterday morning or this morning. I know it's 2:00 in the morning, but what happened Monday morning that I would normally tag you guys in, I haven't. I just don't know how far that Facebook is willing to take this. And again, I'm not trying to get anybody else involved or anybody in trouble.
And here's the thing, like, me and Scarlett had a phone call, we're on the phone about this, is that, when we start speaking out, we're going to start getting in trouble.
Yep, that's the way it's always been.
Look at the one dude.
I knew when I started 5 years ago that this could even put my family in danger, could put myself in danger. The topics I've talked about over the past 5 years. I came to determination a long time that freedom and what it means to be an American, even if they take me out, is much more important. I've had to come to terms with that with some of the guests I've had and the subject matter I've spoken on. So I've already had to make that choice in my life. So
You know what? And Graham Allen did too, and he did a video not that long ago. I think I posted it. I don't think Facebook took it down. But he's always gotten threats on some of the things that he says because, he served in, I do believe, in the Marines. He fights for our rights and our amendments and Constitution and everything. But since he's been standing up and telling Americans to use their voice and to start taking our country back and our rights back, he said the other day that the death threats now are not just aimed at him; they're aimed at his kids and his daughters. I mean, his kids. I'm not sure if he has a little boy. I know he has 2 little girls, but like aimed at his family, not just him anymore. His kids, his wife, and he had to make that decision too. Of people trying to shut him up with all the threats. But like he said, he was like, I can protect my family and I'm not backing down.
Scarlett, check your private chat real quick, hon.
And that's what it's gonna boil down to. But even with people, if we could just all rise up out together, they can't knock us all down.
Right. And here's the thing too, guys. If you want to join on the Night Talk, Scarlett will send you the link to the StreamYards. If you just post it in the comments or on Facebook or YouTube, and let us know and we'll bring you guys on. But the thing is, too, is like Scarlett, and that's kind of like where I've had to put myself at, with a lot of the heated, topics we've had here in the Night Talk, especially where I've targeted the government and, like look at my last show that I did with TLO and my descriptions, I completely targeted the government, and the way that they're acting, and I've had to put that, I'm kind of in that same position where Scarlett and Graham's at because of the fact that
he's getting thousands a day.
But I know that I can put my mom in danger, my sister in danger, my son in danger because of this. And the thing is I'm willing to accept that because, like I've said in the past, I may be consenting now, I may be cooperating now, but I do not consent to my constitutional rights being taken away. I am an American. I was born an American. It runs through my blood. So if the government has a problem with it, here's my thing. Fuck off. Because I'm not afraid to sit here and stand up for my mom's rights, my sister's rights, her fiance's rights, or my son's. Because I want to make damn sure that my son can live in a place where he feels safe in a country and to be able to trust his government on making the right decisions.
It's not only that. Yes, I advocate for my family, but I also do my best to advocate for those people that can't advocate for themselves, that don't know how to advocate for themselves, or just afraid to advocate for themselves. Because we're not the only people that think and feel the way that they do, the way that we do. They just don't know how to stand up, or either that they're too afraid to stand up. So the more they start seeing people standing up and their voices being heard, it will bring more and more people together to stand up to make that decision.
Right. No, and that's where and that's what we do here on the Freedom Revolution Network. We advocate for other people that can't advocate for themselves. As you can see, me, Scarlett, and TLO have been doing this back to back for 2 months now. Together. Which is why both of them are my co-hosts, because they have the same beliefs as I do when it comes to our rights. And Scarlett and TLO, I do owe you guys a huge thank you, though, for what you do here on the Night Talk.
I have to say that too, because Scarlett's first time that I don't know how I always get involved in these, but the first time that you and I talked, it felt really good to be able to have someone, even though you and I don't talk a lot and it's on the shows, it still feels good to have someone that you can talk to that you either have the same views, the same beliefs, or just willing to listen without judging. And that's why I shut down when it comes to politics or whatever, because during election year, like when Trump got elected, it didn't start any fights in my family, in my immediate family. My Facebook is all of my family pretty much. But I seen families quit talking to each other, friendships being lost, and so that's just something that I stay away from. But it's good when there's people out there that have the same beliefs. I'm not saying on everything, but also agree to disagree and willing to listen to why I feel a certain way or you feel a certain way, and find that common ground to where we can still help people. And that's what it's all about. We're supposed to, as we learn things, as we gain knowledge, we're supposed to give our knowledge away to help other people. We are supposed to stand up and be voices for other people.
Absolutely.
And be that for people. We're not supposed to keep keep what we are given. And just like, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to with mental health with you.
Good.
When Dwayne was younger and needed a lot of mental health, people, started getting agencies and stuff involved. I didn't know how to advocate for my son or my daughter, and I didn't even know how to advocate for myself. But God put strong, amazing people in my life to where I was able to stand up for his rights through the school systems and the mental health system.
Can I step away? Hold on, Scarlett. I'm stepping away from my phone for a minute. Someone, a second niece to me, is in the hospital. Give me a minute.
Right. I was taught how to advocate for my kids. I was taught how to advocate for myself. God put them people in my life to do that. And I feel that's not something that I was only taught to do for me and my kids, that it's taught to help other people.
Right. That's how I was also taught.
Because at 29, 30 years old, with the relationships I was in, I didn't have a voice. I didn't. There was just a lot of things in my life that I didn't have that, and God put amazing people in my life to teach me that, and it's a very powerful thing. And once people start seeing that there's more and more of us out there that are not afraid to stand up together because it's something that we believe in and that we are willing to fight for people that we don't know.
Right.
That's
Because
what
that's what it's about. You know, I had seen some comments that I had wrote about 3 years ago. Somebody had brought up an old post and had liked a few things, and I was even talking about then. If we can't get people to care, it's not going to matter. Everything's just going to go to shit anyway. And we have to have, when did people get so lazy that they lost their liberty mindedness and civic mindedness of wanting to share and help each other and be a part of a community and make things function? When we lost that, we lost a lot.
Yep, and I think also behind here, but they're not gonna be able to see it, are they?
No.
But I also think that right now is that the government keeps on upping unemployment. And I think that's shutting a lot of people up too.
You know what?
Mhm.
It is, and I'm not meaning to interrupt any of y'all, but can y'all say a prayer for my friend Amber? Her daughter, who is only like 2, is in the emergency room right now.
For what? Is she going to be all right?
I don't know. I'm talking to her. Amber's like a big sister to me because I've known her for like 8 years, since I was in middle school. And her daughter and her son's like a niece and a nephew to me. And it's kind of hurting just a little bit because
I hope it's not anything serious. I mean, I hope it's just something that
they've got her completely in a diaper with a blanket on her, so I don't know what's going on.
A stomach bug going around, but
that's why I stepped away, Scarlett, for a minute.
Oh, no worries.
I seen, they just upped unemployment again in some states to where some people are getting close to $800 a week.
Well, and then sorry,
interrupt.
Yeah, my dad gets 1,000.
And I think that's gonna hush people up too.
And then I found out too that one of our major steel companies here in Stark County is getting ready to be sold.
Timken's been sold.
No, the brothers are getting ready to resell Timken Steel again because they don't want nothing to do with it.
They're selling off other parts of it, but the majority parts of Timken Steel, all the computer systems and everything else is ran from Australia.
And that's
they were already there then.
And that's another thing is we need to bring all of our jobs and stuff back to America.
Because my friend Erin, a couple years ago, her husband is something with, he's got a really good job. He does something with electronics and big corporations and everything. And he used to work at Timken Steel with the computers and everything like that. Well, Timken Steel, whoever owns it, sold that part of Timken to Australia. And it came down to, for the workers to get whatever pay that they were guaranteed, they had to teach new people how to do this job because Australia had no clue. And they had to link all the systems from Timken to Australia.
And Timken,
so Timken has been over the years selling bits and pieces of it off.
And Timken Steel runs a good 3-4 miles long. That's how big the one in Canton runs from the top of US 77 down to almost down to Route 30 is how wide that runs. And 77 is about good 4 miles till you hit 30.
But a lot of it's your steel yard doing. Don't bring that up because I didn't know about that thing you do.
But
what was you getting ready to say, Scarlett, when I brought unemployment up?
Well, my dad, he got furloughed and he's making about like 1,000 at least every week on unemployment. And he don't make that much otherwise.
No, and I think they're going to keep raising it.
He's ready to go back to work though, but he's not going to complain about the extra money he's able to save right now. But he wants back to work.
Yep, there's a lot of people that do, but if you look at the people that are going to go back to a minimum wage job or even a job at $10 an hour to where they're making more a week on unemployment than what they would make in 3 weeks at a job, they're not going to, even though they want to go back to have something to do financially wise, they're not going to go back when they're making twice as much money in a month on unemployment than what they would do actually working.
Right. You know,
But I think the CARES Act money will only last for 12 weeks. So in 2 more months, that extra 600 bonus will run out. And so I think that's when people will realize, A, that all the jobs are gone. And because they sat off so long, their places of businesses and other places have closed.
Yep.
And it's going to be a serious situation because now we're going to have a whole bunch of people with no money and no jobs.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say. By the time it's done, there's not going to be any jobs left. And like the video that I was watching this morning with that gym owner, he said the government promised them, the small business owners, that they had them, that they wasn't going to lose their business and everything else. And they're not holding up to that either, because there's small businesses that don't even know if they're going to be able to reopen. And then here in Massillon, some of our businesses over the summertime were shut down because of the road construction that we have. A lot of them didn't know if they were going to be able to reopen, but by the grace of God, they were able to reopen. They opened, I think, in October, some of them not until November, just to turn around and get shut down in March. Some of the older independent restaurants and stuff that has been in Massillon for decades, they've been allowed to stay open, but some of the newer ones haven't been able to stay open.
Right, and I'll give you like an example of one of the businesses here in Massillon.
Smiley's has been able to stay open.
I was about to say that was one of the businesses at Smiley's, which his business has been down there for a good over, from what I read, over 26 years. And when our streetscape happened, because our mayor is a freaking moron.
Don't say that don't.
No, we've said it. I've said this all the time. Decided to do a streetscape project, was shut down part of Erie and a part of 2nd Street. And all them businesses right there, because they had to shut down part of Erie and a part of 2nd Street, closed a major portion of Lincoln Way, where all of these businesses are. And Smiley is, like I was saying, it's a pure Italian pizzeria and pasta place, and he's one of the most
open for years.
He's been open here, like I said, for 26 years. And when I talked to him like a couple weeks ago, he said during the streetscape project that it's been hard to keep, it was hard to even try to keep his doors open during that. And then now COVID-19 hits, he has to hire delivery drivers just to get like pizza and his famous rolls and everything out, just to get, money coming in.
But it's family owned. So
well, no, he's hiring regular drivers out off of the street to get like food and everything out. And when we were talking to him, he's like, I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to keep my business open, and this is what I love. This is the only thing that I know. And it broke my heart hearing that, because I love his food. He has the greatest personality ever. He'll sit down at a table with you he has nothing else to do and just sit there and talk to you while you eat. So I mean, a lot of businesses on Lincoln Way are struggling because of this. Like, you have Smiley's, you have an engraving shop, you have a candy place.
A lot of new ones that opened up.
Yeah, a lot of new ones that are opened up. That's all right there in that plaza, on them two side plazas going up Lincoln Way. And it's sad to see a community that I've lived in for 4 years, start to tear down. I've lived you know what I mean. Like, I've been in and out of Masson for 4 years.
You've been in and out of Masson for the last 11.
The last 11, but okay, them 3 didn't count. But, it's like a community that I know that is built on love and respect is just crashing like something you would never see. It was last night during Red Show. We normally never see this on my mom's side of town, but some dummy on a motorcycle decided to try to outrun 2 cops last night and came up our street. That's something you never see here in Massillon. Barely.
It happens every once in a while.
It's like once in a blue moon.
I would really like to be a part of this because I can't do it on my phone because it overheats my phone. But if you keep talking loud, I'm going to have to go upstairs.
It's like once in a blue moon this happens. TLO, are you still with us?
Oh, yeah.
It's like once in a blue moon, and just like because of COVID-19, criminal activity has piqued its interest. And like jails are looking for COs to work. Hospitals, fire stations are looking for more people. Like, my city can't even continue with the hiring process because of the fact that they've had to put their polygraphs off and everything because of the fact of the coronavirus. They have 3 new rookies ready to go and ready to be hired. It's heartbreaking to see this as a community, and it just sucks.
One thing with Masson, Masson's strong enough, we will bounce back. Somehow, some way, we will bounce back as a community, but the thing of it is not all communities are going to be able to do it.
TLO, what's your take on all of this, bud?
As far as what?
Everything.
Well, I could have told you, and I had told you about all these governors being whack jobs and trying to hold on to their power and extending stuff. And as far as I totally agree with your mom. It'll take all of us standing together to be able to take care of this. But it'll take a while before we get to that point. We'll still have to see a lot more of our rights go away before people actually wake up to see what's going on.
Right.
Basically my feelings on it.
Well, it's all baby steps, Nothing good ever happens overnight.
But we're starting to see communities stand together. We're starting to see people stand together. And I know
because people are starting, the fear isn't starting to work anymore.
Right, and
that's the whole thing.
Right, and my mom showed
people are hip to that. They're like, wait a second. Yeah, we should be concerned, but should we be living in fear? No.
Right, and a Bible verse my mom gave to me the other day, and I'm going to pin it up here and read it. Oh, wait, give it to me. Isaiah 26:20. If you look at it, everything happened on 3/26/20. And this Bible verse even states this. Isaiah 26:20 states, "Come, my people, enter your chambers and shut your doors behind you for a little while until the Lord's wrath is past. So, this is a prime example of all of this. But, the fact that governors are still using their misuse of power, on top of it, too.
I sincerely believe that everything happens for a reason, and we all know that this was man-made. We all know. I don't think they expected it to go as far as it did, but part of me honestly really believes that the reason that this came to light is to start showing people just how messed up and corrupt our government really is, and how much they really, no matter how much they talk, no matter what you see in an interview, no matter what speech is laid out before them, on how much they really don't care about any of us. And every year something is leaked about the government, or this person said that person, or these emails were erased, or this person did that, or whatever the case may be. But this is blowing the doors wide open, just not on the president, but a lot of officials that are in the government that you've never even heard of before.
Right.
It's blowing the doors open on people that have never been in the spotlight before. And it's also showing the world, if they're paying attention, just like with Bill Gates being involved and every other billionaire, that money talks and bullshit walks.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you for letting me know that. I might lose it here in a minute if it's going to do that then. But if I do lose TLO and me and my mom, we'll be right back. But, like my mom was saying, this is blowing the doors off, on a million things. But the fact of the matter is, though, too, this is not what our founding fathers fought for. Go back to the revolution. Oh, I'm going to. I'm a history buff for a reason.
I know that's pissing off.
Look at the Revolutionary War. Britain tried to control us. They did for years. It took people like Paul Revere, George Washington. I don't think Benjamin Franklin was alive then.
Yeah, but that was, first of all, you and I already went pets for a second. That was other countries trying to take over us. We're not going through that right now. We're going through our own damn government that we should be able to trust. It's our government trying to take over us. Because when we go to war, it's not going to be us going to war with another country. It's going to be us going to war with our government to stand up for our rights that they're trying to take away.
It's the same thing that happened to Justice's baby.
Yeah, I know. Justice's baby, she was only in there for 24 hours and she was extremely dehydrated, and
right.
It's just the stomach bug that's going. It's just the stomach bug that's going around.
But here's another thing too. This is like my mom was saying, there was other countries, but still our founding fathers set principles in place for the government, for the future governments of how to actually run shit. Like, get your fucking heads out of your ass and do your fucking job right. Care for the American people. Like, the fuck? Like, this is what irritates me. I don't know where Scarlett went, and I'm texting her at this point. It irritates the crap out of me. And TLO, me and you have had this conversation many times on the phone.
Absolutely.
You know, we've had this conversation many times on the phone. This is not what our founding fathers have set in place. Everything our founding fathers have done, they have stepped on it, wrote on it, and said, fuck you. And to me, that's pretty huge and disrespectful. If you ask me.
There's been a lot of trying to get rid of our history lately, so.
Yeah, and you know it's getting bad when some law enforcement, not all, but law enforcement is willing to put their job on the line to stand up for us because they believe in the same thing. And they took the oath to help people. You know, but
right.
Law officials are starting to stand up. Like that guy in New Jersey, he should have arrested the 2 owners. He should have shut it down. And he didn't. He said that he was just there to make sure that everything was okay. There was no fighting going on. And he was like, and on that note, I'm leaving. Have a nice day. You know, our law enforcement is standing up for us, and that speaks volumes. Or at least to me that it does. Because that means they are agreeing that what the government is doing is wrong. And they are fighting for our rights and our freedom too. And I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are. And that should tell that should tell people something.
Right.
It's not something you see ever.
I don't know, man. It's just the fact of the matter that what have we done as citizens to stop this? Because here's the thing, though, we can't really just blame the government, though, either.
We can't stop something we know nothing about.
Correct.
Good point. I mean, I was just making my point.
You know, I'm going to make a really smart-ass comment. I wondered if we would all go back and binge watch The Simpsons. If any of this would be on one of their shows.
It is.
Because when Trump became president, whoever wrote The Simpsons got questioned for hours by the government because a lot of stuff that happened on The Simpsons is starting to happen. And I guess there was episodes on The Simpsons, which I grew up watching it, but I don't remember everything. But The Simpsons actually predicted a lot of what's been happening. So I wonder if this has been on one of their shows and
right
what they did.
You know, and that brings Scarlett. Did you hear all that, hon?
About The Simpsons?
Yeah. I'm just being a smart ass. But it is true.
I didn't catch all of it, but if the main gist is they've been predicting things. Okay, so you know the guy who created King of the Hill?
What was that?
The guy who created King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Mark, or what's his name? Church or something like that. I forget what his name is. But anyway, Mike Judge. There we go. He said, yep, Mike Judge. On an interview with Alex Jones many years ago, he was telling Alex Jones that basically the people in, cartoon departments were allowed to put a lot more social things and clues and just generalized got away with more on cartoon because nobody would really pay attention to it to check its content. And so there could be something to that Simpsons thing.
But here's the thing. I have paid attention, though, to The Simpsons and everything in, the fact that one of the pictures from the freaking movie with Trump holding a crystal ball with two Arabic people, look what happened a year and a half later in Jerusalem.
Right.
He was there with that crystal ball.
I don't know. I just know the creator of it got questioned for hours upon hours after Trump became president. And but you're right. Back then, no one really paid attention to it because it was so far fetched and it was done in a way.
It was animated.
Where we all laughed about it and we was all I mean, I was just a kid, but I remember my parents talking about it, saying yeah, right, that's never gonna happen.
Right. And so Mike Judge did come out and say that, and that he did admit that. So it was interesting. It's an interesting interview if anybody could ever find it.
And I'm gonna make I'm just gonna kind of lighten the mood here a little bit. And my mom's either going to laugh or agree with this.
Or not.
There's one person you should never trust in your lifetime. Never trust a person who doesn't sing along to Bohemian Rhapsody when it comes on the radio.
I posted that.
No, you didn't. I've seen it.
I've posted that a while ago.
So Pam said this, and I'm going to pin it so I can see it. Pam said, not the government, Dwayne, only one guy, and his name is Ducky Tump. He never played well with his peers. Scarlett, did you catch that, hon? Pam said, not the government, Dwayne, only one guy, and his name is Ducky Tump. He never played well with his peers. All right, TLO, I need you to throw a joke in here or something, bud. Get some of us laughing.
I don't know a joke for this occasion.
Dude, where's my Joe Rogan people at?
Now you're inviting them. Look, don't cry when they make you feel bad.
No,
yeah, right.
Please keep your voice down.
I was just asking where the little bastards were at.
You sound tired, Scarlett.
I am.
How did your camping go?
It went really good. Yeah, we had a good time. We're going back up this weekend.
You had to what?
We're going back up this weekend.
Awesome. Is that one charger down here that you took?
Fun. Yeah, TLO, I got to get out of the city, go up north.
Right. That's always nice.
Yeah, it is. It was nice.
Right.
Ride the dirt bike, feel fresh air. It was good stuff.
Give them away.
Please don't.
I'm not asking you again.
Lit off.
Whoa, we almost lost power here for a minute. That was incredible.
It's been storming outside.
Oh, yeah.
What do you expect?
Hey, at least if we lose power, we still have internet.
You know what? And I'm not plugging. Oh my God, you're such a dipshit.
Right.
Taylor, it didn't take long to get to that one.
There's a joke for you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Billy just lightened the mood, so.
I mean, at least I'm smarter than a blonde. Oh,
Do you know that I'm going to be blonde soon, Dwayne? Thank you, Billy, because I'm going to be blonde soon, too. So that was for the both of us.
You know what? My hair color is strawberry blonde. But
There you go.
since I've gotten older, it's went more of a red. But soon as my hairstylist opens back up,
I got an appointment already.
mine is not open yet.
Mine isn't either, but I got an appointment for June 16th. I am on the books.
I am going.
Good for you.
Thank you,
I
Teal.
normally have my hair short, but I've been growing it out, and I'm going to keep my length. But I'm going to get it styled, and I'm going back to.
It just makes you look older.
No, it doesn't. Shut up. Please whole cock him. Just whole cock him on here. Yes, 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 yes. WWE. WWE.
You know what? There's a shed right outside. Your ass can fucking sleep in.
There you go.
Yep.
Fine, I'll take the red with that.
Don't disrespect your mama.
What? She's 41.
I will knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Don't. My phone is.
No, it's not. You freaking came over to
My
beat the shit out of
phone
me.
is dead.
And I was plugging it back in.
And you know what? I'm 22 and you're 41, and I'm more active than you are. So, what you got to say about that?
Ooh, da-da-da.
You're right.
Mm.
We love you, Dwayne. But
You
your
know
mom
what he
screwed
does?
you.
This
does
is
it
what he does.
himself.
He does this on purpose
Yes.
to get my reaction, but it's never the reaction that he wants.
When
and
is the last time?
and it pisses him off.
No,
Yep.
when is the last time I've made a blonde joke or a 41-year-old joke?
The other day.
Actually, it was last week.
He's only been at 41 for like 2 weeks. Like
Yeah, I
3
haven't
weeks.
been 41 for a month.
2
Yeah.
weeks too long.
You know what, you little asshole?
Wait till you get 41.
And you know what? 41 looking good on me better than what 22 looking on you.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm sorry, guys, but this is the end of the night talk.
You're right. He's like, okay, we're done here.
Hey, you wanted to lighten the mood, I lighten the mood.
Yes, you did. Dwayne always likes to dish it, but he don't like to take it.
And you know what? That's his biggest problem. And I always tell him, if you can't stand the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen.
Do you know
Well-
what women get froggy? Hey, if you ever get froggy, just take a leap.
Bring it on, big boy.
Really? We'll do it right on here, right now.
You're my
Ooh,
boy,
you're
so-
gonna get rocked. Don't. You just gonna get rocked, Dwayne.
Did you bring your pair of shoes down?
No, they're my ones I'm stealing from Brandon. They don't fit you.
Yep, that's Dwayne's biggest flaw. Honestly, it is. He can dish it, but he can't take it. And you gotta be
Yeah,
able to take it.
And that's with him and his sister. They will go at it, and she will tell him. And my daughter is extremely quick with words. She's like me. She's got an attitude.
Yep.
She ain't afraid to open that mouth. And her and Dwayne will go at it, and 9 times out of 10, he's the one starting it. But she will warn him when she knows it's getting too much. And she will warn him and warn him. And she will tell him, if you don't stop, this is what I'm going to do.
Yep, and he
If
keeps
you
on
don't
doing
stop,
it.
This is what I'm going to do. And then when he doesn't stop and she follows through,
He gets mad.
it pisses him off. And then that's when mom has to get involved. And then it normally does not end up good.
No. Yeah, I could see that. Dwayne, you can't be pushing people to the edge and then wonder why they just about to. When somebody tells you what they about to do, listen.
Well, I'm not. Okay, here's the thing, and this is how I decipher my mom and my sister. That's Queen Bitch. That's Bitch Junior.
And she takes pride in
Right.
that. When she says that she's going to climb your ass like a fucking tree and beat the shit out of you, she will climb your ass like a tree and beat the shit out of
She
you.
ain't gonna have no energy to climb me like a fucking tree with her working midnight right now.
Oh, she will.
know
She'll
what?
find a way, Dwayne, with you.
You know what? And this is a time, yeah, test that theory. She might be stupid. I mean, she might be tired and everything, super tired and everything, but her fuse is extremely short. Test it.
Why do you think I've left her alone?
Test it. Go ahead.
Why do you think I've left her alone?
Scarlett, I'll record that one and send it to you.
Please do when it happens, because I just need to see it, because Dwayne sets himself up for it.
Okay, listen here, damn it.
This is why I always tell you that Dwayne is on bullshit, because you are. We love you, but we're trying to help you, man.
Okay, woman, listen.
Look, TLO, Billy. Look, we are now staging an intervention with you, Dwayne.
No, we're not. I will
Yes, we are.
this-
we are starting. We have staged an intervention with Dwayne.
I don't need a fucking intervention.
We all three saying the same thing.
Maybe a little bit.
Wait a minute. We all three saying the same thing about you. I don't know Scarlett. I know her from here. I don't know Taylor. I know him from here. They all saying the same thing to you and about you that I've been saying to you most of your damn life.
Just saying. So that's all, Dwayne. Just listen. Maybe just take it into consideration. You don't have to believe it because you're always your own person, right, Dwayne? But just consider it.
And
Exactly.
then when he gets mad and says that's a low blow, well, you know what? When you open, he doesn't open.
Criticism is not a low blow, and I know people who deal with that.
He doesn't open the door a little bit. He opens like Victorian style doors wide open with a neon sign that says
yes.
Walk. And when it comes to his sister, he knows that she's going to walk in.
Okay, now how many times have I kept them doors shut and not ran my mouth and she still hit me with the fucking low blow? And what do? You sit there and say absolutely fucking nothing when I'm sitting there being quiet, minding my own business, and the low blow just happens.
Payback's our bitch, because look how many times you ran your mouth and she hasn't said a damn thing.
Okay, Blondie.
Paybacks are a bitch.
Yep. Karma, how you treat others is how others treat you. That's the way it works. And I think that's been one thing, though, that's been missing right now, going back to, like, the pandemic thing, because it just really made me think about that, just talking about family dynamics and things, that people have lost that ability to care. The empathy for others is slowly fading.
Correct.
That it is, because, I sit here and I joke with Dwayne, and him and I will go at it, and him and his sister will go at it, but it's always been the three of us.
Right.
And everything. And even though them two go at it, and I don't say this.
He loves his sister very much. I know he does. He will walk fire for her. He talks about her like she got a tail, but he'd walk fire for her, and he knows it.
She absolutely loves him. And what I'm about to say, I don't say it with pride. I don't say it with bragging. I don't say it with nothing. But Dwayne can push my buttons to where I get tunnel vision quick and in a hurry. And he is 6 foot.
6'1".
Over 200 pounds. I am 5'7". I ain't giving my weight, but
right.
And I get to the point because I know my temper. But he will get me to the point. I will pick his ass up and put him through a door. And his sister, thank God, and he needs to be thanking God that she's always been around, because she's the only one that can get me out of it. She sees when I'm going in it, and she has saved him from going through the front door. I almost threw his ass down the basement steps. She saved him from that. And I'm not saying this like proudly or anything, but I'm just saying, even though we all go at it, sometimes playing around and sometimes not playing around, we still come together as a family and do our best to be there for.
Has it been an easy 3 weeks for me being here with my mom and my sister? No, because I wanted to strangle this one. I wanted to throw that one out her damn bedroom window.
Lower your voice.
But you know what? Being with my family, and I'm going to say this just for the hell of it. My mom was not gonna let me move back in. There was no way in hell that it was gonna happen.
We don't do good together.
But we've actually done a lot better than what
Because
we.
it's an act of God. If
No.
people don't believe in God, they should now.
You know,
Well,
me and
no.
my mom. Me and
What did
my
I
mom-
tell you? What did I tell you before you went back, Dwayne? What did I tell you before you went back?
that things would work out better than it was before.
And make shit right with your mama and talk to her.
Me and my mom's had a lot of serious conversations since we've been here. Since I've been here.
But also on that hand, though, it's taken me, we did it slowly before he moved all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised because his sister was begging me to let him move back in. And when she did that, when she started that, them two were not on good terms. Like, they didn't want to talk to each other. They didn't want to be around each other. They were they were in a really, really bad spot.
Well, Kristen
And-
did tell me she didn't give a fuck if I was homeless or not.
Which
She
I get
did.
is hurtful, but sometimes people get tired of your bullshit and say things that they may not 100% mean, and
But-
that's just it's your
Oh no,
sister.
she meant it. She looked at me with
I
a
know,
dead
but she
face.
gets tired of you, Dwayne. So I would tell you the same shit. Like, look, I don't care if you live in a
No, hold on.
goddamn box. You got to get the fuck
What
out.
Pam's saying real quick. Because no, Pam, I was having inside seizures, but I'm okay.
Will you lower your god fucking voice?
I had to talk over you to address Pam for a
You
minute.
don't have
No,
to talk-
just look at your mother and say, "Mom, I gotta say something real quick. Just put up a finger and say, Mom, 1 second."
No,
And then
I put up a
say it.
if I put up a hold up finger to my mom, it's either getting bit off, snapped, or I'm
You
getting
can
smacked.
bite it off during the show. Calm down, Dwayne.
I've learned that's one thing you don't tell my mom to do is hold on to that
But-
because that gets you. That gets. But no, Pam, I am okay. I'm having inside seizures, but I'm okay. I promise.
And yes, I know what your sister did tell you. But do you think for 1 second that if she honestly meant that, she wouldn't have begged me? Do you know how many other people that she could have begged me to have move in here?
Chandler.
Don't name names. There's a bunch of other people that she could have suggested, but she was on me about you. And I was dead set against it until you called me.
Yep. And I told
If
you to
you
call
ain't-
your mama.
If that ain't
Start
act
being
of
good
God,
to her. Yep. It is the act of God because Dwayne had to fight it himself.
Okay, hold on a minute. TLO, can you go block Dennis, please? Like, put him in a timeout. I'm not near my phone. I'm not. No, that's Dennis. That's no.
Who
That's
is this dude?
He went
No.
like a Scarlet. Hold on. I'm going to use a power to do something too.
Yeah.
One, my co-host is not fat, and two, this is a rule of my show. You will not disrespect any of my co-hosts, my guests, and I'm making it loud and clear now. You disrespect my co-host, you disrespect my guests, you disrespect me. That is a rule I've had here on my show since my show has started. Has it not been, Scarlett?
Absolutely.
Scarlett is not fat. Scarlett is actually beautiful.
Scarlett's extremely beautiful.
She is.
Aw,
If I had to rate Scarlett 1 to 10, it would be like a 22.
Aw, snap. Thanks, Dwayne.
Okay, do you know what, dude? You're not even getting timed out. Hold on.
Yep.
Because
I'm about to go. Do I need to go with the big guns?
I'm blocking them now. Give me a minute.
Because otherwise I can go to the channel itself and take care of that because I own this joint.
If you want to
Sorry, Dennis. I actually own this joint, and so if you didn't know that, it's time for you to go. So you could think how you want to think, but I'm gonna tell you one goddamn thing. If I am an Uncle Tom, I'm a fucking proud one. How about that shit?
Amen to that,
do
honey.
you still want me to block them, Scarlett?
Yeah, block his ass. I don't want to hear shit else from him, but that's what he can know. Thank you for listening to the Freedom Revolution Network. Tell your friends.
Thank you for that, TLO, too, because I saw that and went straight to you. See, that's another perk about having TLO on the show. TLO is one of our moderators here, and so is Pam. And Pam's always in a show. TLO's always on a show. So if I'm having issues and TLO's on here or Pam's on here, I can just go to one of these two. But when it comes to Scarlett, too many people have said shit like that to her, and that's one thing I don't tolerate.
Yeah, you could take the comment down, Mona.
Right click. Oh, it's not letting me do it again. Why not? Damn it.
Pick a different one.
Oh, okay. There you go. Now back to our original broadcast.
Exactly.
You know, but like I was saying, it's a godsend that I'm here, because actually what happened the day that I called my mom, Scarlett, you know this, is I was getting ready to go donate. I was actually sitting outside donating. It's the day that I called you. Right after I called my mom, Amanda actually asked me when I was moving out. And I was only there for, 2.5, 3 weeks? And I called my mom.
About 2, because it was 2 weeks before you moved in, because we took it. So I had you start coming out a couple nights a week, staying the night, slowly easing it in. But I had to learn something on my end. Yeah, I give Dwayne a hard time, and I'm on his ass a lot, because no matter how old he gets, I'll never stop being mom, and I'm extremely opinionated, and I don't keep my mouth shut for shit. But I had to learn a lot about.
Needs it though.
I had to learn a lot about him though too, and what he takes serious, because he doesn't explain things very well. Like when he started doing this show, and that's when you and Julie were still together, he didn't do a good job on explaining it and the meaning behind it and how much it meant to him. So to me, it just sounded like a group of friends getting together on a Friday night and goofing off.
Right.
So it was like, okay, you need to take care of your son. You should be sleeping. You should be doing that. There's other times that you can be doing X, Y, and Z. And another thing, so I had to take the time and pay attention when we eased him back into moving in here on exactly what this is about, exactly things that he was trying to tell me about, but I dismissed because he didn't say, Mom, this is important to me. It was, Mom, this is just something I'm doing. We get on here and it can last from this time to 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But he didn't say I don't know if he thought that I was automatically going to get it. And with my seizures, there's a lot of things that if he was to tell me something and I have a seizure, like last week, I don't remember most of last week. So asking me about anything about last week, it just, I can't tell you. But I had to take the time to honestly sit back and just watch him and listen, and with him being here, even if he was in the dining room and I was in the living room doing the show, or even just talking to you, Scarlett, I had to start paying attention to see what things are about, to know what's meaningful to him.
You know, and like when I finally was able to tell my mom about this, like I worked with Scarlett for a good 6 months to get where I'm at today. You know, because Scarlett started having me on every Friday night with her when she was on Freedomizer, and then when she was on Zoom. You know, like she started having me come on every Friday to see the potential that I could have of being a show host.
But also, I'm not putting you down or anything. And the track record you have with some things is not a very good track record. It's putting other things and other people in front of family, and I know that that's something that we've talked about before. So when things like this happen, you have to explain it a little bit better, and that's only because of your past track record, and no one's holding the past against you. But even at that same time, it was still happening.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And I just thought that it could be a really good addition for Dwayne. You know, something for him to do that was constructive. He was very passionate about topics and doing research and learning. And I felt that was something that he could utilize to his benefit to channel his energy instead of, you know, hanging out with destructive friends or, you know, getting in the wrong crowd. And focus on things that I felt like he was good at, because I've seen Dwayne at his best. I've never seen the shit part of Dwayne. I've seen Dwayne at his best. And so I've got to see him at a whole level that I bet you've never even seen, that I'm sure you would be highly impressed.
I've seen a lot of it. Here's the thing. When Dwayne is at his best, and I'm not saying this because I'm his mother or it's not biased or anything, I'm saying because it's what other people...
Hey, Scarlett, hold on a minute, Mom. Scarlett, I need you to pull out the big guns again, please.
Okay. This kid he's a kid too, so it's a child. So I'm like not that concerned.
I don't know how
I went and creeped his YouTube channel, and he's a little kid who like reviews Minecraft. So how about you go build a new city?
Adult.
No, you might be now, but at the time you were a child when you started your channel. And so therefore you need to just
this dude can really
his mama.
This dude can really go fuck off. And if you want to be a keyboard hero, I will meet you.
Get it right, Ma.
Keyboard tough guy. I don't give a fuck what anybody calls it. Says, but man, some of the shit that you were saying, if you were an adult, you sure in the hell ain't acting like it.
And my mama will whoop your ass. So yes, I will call my mama, and she's right here beside me. Screw with anybody on here, dude. And you're gonna have two. Let's go. Ooh,
it is your YouTube. Like we're not stupid. We know how you're doing things. Like,
dude, where you at in California? I have family out there too.
Yeah, where you at?
Tell me where you at in California.
I didn't see if I have a cigarette.
I have people that'll meet you somewhere.
TLO, you put them in a timeout again. Dang it.
I can untime on it.
Yeah, do that, please. TLO, not yet. They're having fun.
Pull her top off. Who the fuck top you think you're pulling off? Because it's damn sure ain't going to be mine or Scarlett's.
Right.
Dude, I will fuck your world up. Because let me tell you something, I ain't afraid of shit in this life.
Do you want me to turn the camera so he can see you?
No.
Well, he can see the corner of your head.
I don't give a fuck what he can see. I ain't seen you see no more shit now.
Well, because he's being a cocksucking little bastard.
No,
so
wait a minute.
took it like 3 minutes. Took it like 3 minutes to time out.
Mhm.
Oh, TLO put him in a timeout. Scarlett, reverse that shit.
There we go. We got it. He's cool. He's a distance memory. Like I said, he made Minecraft videos like 4 years ago on his channel. So he can come back with a new channel if he likes. You can also donate to the Freedom Revolution Network if you like what we do, since you appreciate us so much.
Wait a minute. I want to see this. Can you
Since he's docking it so much.
can tell you're a major smoker. Your mother is a disgrace.
Oh, okay. Now hold on a minute. This is where.
No. I got this.
Here, I'll turn the camera for you.
No, I don't want to be on the camera. I got this, bitch. You just upset because you ain't got a fucking mom.
Ooh.
Not a. Okay, this is where I'm gonna step.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Shut the hell up.
Okay.
Who the fuck sure you think you're pulling off? It damn sure ain't gonna be mine. You're not afraid of you meth face. Is that all you got? You think I haven't heard that before? Bitch, you ain't pulling shit off. And I don't need to meet your fucking ass in California. I got people that out there that'll meet you any fucking where.
See, because here's the thing, and this is where I'm going to say something. My mama, maybe 5'7", but let me tell you something. She will whoop your ass any time of the day. Fuck with her babies or fuck with her friends, and that's where you're fucking up, my
There's only
friend.
two people I'm afraid of on the face of this earth, and you know what, you little asshole, you ain't fucking one of them.
Why does everybody keep hiding him? My mom's having fun. Let her have fun.
Because it's taking a long time to take the request is what's going on.
Dude,
and he's got an IP blocker, so he'll come right back. He enjoys it.
And my mom can have more fun. But like I was saying, though, too, you know, like my mom's been one of my biggest blessings. Because I'll say this, and by the way, Mom,
you know what? There are people who are sent sometimes, too, to do this during something very important, speaking. So, you know, sometimes it's good not to pay attention to it at all because we can just get rid of it afterwards.
You know what? I call it people being...
keyboard warrior.
You guys call it keyboard. I call it a keyboard tough guy. But... they want to be that, and the only thing they can come up with meth face. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know, but like I was gonna say though, too, here for a minute.
Get a better vocabulary.
Oh, but like I was gonna say, you know, like Scarlett, before this guy decided to be a keyboard warrior for a little bit. You know, like my mom's been one of my biggest blessings. You know, like when I started having the blackout seizures, you know, like where. You know, like something would trigger me and then like I would just completely lose it. And then like after it happened, like I couldn't even tell you where I was at or what happened or who I was. My mom was right there through every testing that I ever had done for it. When I had to stay up for 24 hours, you know, I had to wake up and stay up all day. My mom actually stayed up with me.
And your mom is right here.
My mom stayed up with me all night while I just sat there and played zombies with my best friend. You know, downstairs. I wasn't allowed to eat, wasn't allowed to do nothing that morning, you know, besides drink water. But my mom, even like my mom had seizures, even knowing staying up for 24 hours for her was unhealthy. You know, my mom stayed up with me to make sure I was awake. You know, I got the testing done. She went with me.
I had to go with you, dumbass.
I was like 14, yeah. Oh, we are not doing a Chrome update. Get out of here. Not in the middle of my show, we're not. You know.
Because the bottom line is no matter how much you get on my nerves, no matter how much I want to strangle you, No matter how much we have fought, no matter how much which we go through, I love you, and you will always be my baby.
You know, like when the dude threatened to shoot me with a shotgun. Oh, he's back. Oh,
Okay,
what?
hold on. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I'm.
My,
Just leave it
hold on.
alone.
I'm just gonna start embarrassing him.
No, just leave it alone. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You got this.
No, Scarlett, I'm using my power that we talked about last week. So while that's there you go. But you know, like when my mom has always been there for me, you know, like there's days, you know, that I've had to be there for her as well, you know, and that's the one thing I like about mine and my mom's relationship now, you know, is like we can be there for each other.
Yours is starting to, which does mean a lot.
You know, like when my mom had her seizure, you know, I did everything right because the last one she had in front of me, I flipped out. I almost killed my mother because I wanted to put her in a cold bathtub. You know, but this time, you know, I talked to her, you know, I asked her questions. I called 911. I called my sister. I stayed calm until they left with you, and then I lost my darn freaking mind.
Yes, girl, I know.
Hold on. Nope.
Would you just stop?
Hold on.
I've seen Dwayne's best.
Ow.
And I know he's extremely smart, but somewhere along the way of a lot of things, he has lost his confidence. He has blocked things. I don't know what the hell he's done, but
I've started to get a lot of my confidence back.
you know, when I was studying for my GED, I suck at math. I do. And I have to write fractions out like in 10 different steps to get the answer. And this little shit would come in behind me and there'd be 20 questions on a page and he would answer all 20 of them and say, Mom, why are you writing this down? You know, he was a straight A student and honor roll and everything else. And he loves history and he loves learning and everything. Just, he gets in his own way sometimes, but he's 22. He's still learning. And they say men don't, you know, the light bulbs don't click on for men until around 25. So hopefully just 3 more years hopefully goes by fast or the light bulb clicks on before 25.
But here's the thing though too, like because of Scarlett.
And yes, Scarlett, I do
Stop! Why are you doing that, Dwayne? Don't put those, like, don't. Please don't put those comments up there. Please don't. Please stop, Dwayne. It's so inappropriate.
I didn't even know that comment was up.
You clicked it. You have to click it to put it up there. So please stop.
My mouse that was down beside me.
You need to have it on comments instead of that.
No, I moved his mouse.
She moved my mouse, and I put my phone down, and it clicked the comment.
Yeah, but I do have to say, Scarlett, you know, Dwayne has mad respect for you, and you do, no matter what he says or no matter how many times you guys bump heads. I have heard so much about you and you being there for him and listening to him rant and rave. And for one, I thank you for that because I can't do that all the time. You know, but he does love you guys. And you guys do mean the world to him. I do know that much.
You know, like because of Scarlett, I'm starting to get my confidence back. You know, like every time I'm on here with you guys at night, you know, even though it drives me up the wall sometimes dealing with Scarlett or that wasn't for me.
No, Silver got a hold of it.
Damn cat. You know, but like Scarlett, I do owe you a huge thank you, and I'm going to say it on air too. Because of the fact, Scarlett, you've helped me gain my confidence that I lost in myself years ago. and I'm going to cry again.
Hmm.
You know, you've helped me so much with the past. You know, in the conversation we had last night, you were my first friend that I've ever told in detail what's happened. You know, you have sat there. You have just worked with me. You know, you've taught me how to get my confidence back in myself. You've taught me what it's meant, you know, to find something important in your life. And what the Freedom Revolution Network is important to me because of the fact that this is what I do. You know, and Pam said me being an EMT built confidence back in me.
I get the munchies.
You know, when I became an EMT, you know, I so much confidence gained back. Scarlett doing hurricanes with you and just watching, you know, the way that I act when I do it has taught me that my confidence level, as long as we have confidence in ourselves, we can touch the sky. The sky is the limit to us.
I'm sorry, but when you guys were doing a hurricane, that drove me absolutely insane when you were here. That walkie-talkie thing that you had never shut the fuck up.
No, it doesn't, and it will not.
It will not. That's true.
You know, and that's one thing me and Scarlett do well together, especially with this. You know, as we do the best, Scarlett, I'd say between the show and, you know, your show and my show and Red's show and working hurricanes and natural disasters and tornadoes and everything, Scarlett, this is how we bond.
You still hear TLO?
Yep.
Why don't you have your own show?
He does. It's with me.
He co-hosts.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like talking about his own.
He
I
does.
thought about it. I'd be on too much soapboxes, though.
Your what?
I'd be too much on soapboxes, though.
Too much on soapboxes.
Mm.
You know, like...
You just sound like a person with a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom.
Oh, I definitely have wisdom, that's for sure.
Dude, like Scarlett
Unfortunately, so much so, some people don't like to share it. I don't know.
Where's my chat? Pam, thank you for what you're doing in chat right now so much.
Mm-hmm.
Can I please get one from?
And Scarlett, I thought I stayed up on current things. Ain't no one stay up on current things like you do.
Dude, she's literally where I get all my information from for natural disasters.
I can. You and I haven't been friends on Facebook long, but I read a lot of articles. Whether I like them or respond to them or not. But I don't even gotta look. When we've only been friends on Facebook for a couple weeks, and I ain't even gotta look who posted it.
You know, like, I'll tell you this. There's a story you guys don't know. When Tropical Storm Imelda touched down, it was 4:00 in the morning. It's when you had Dean. And Scarlett blew my phone. No, she even blew my phone up. I had a specific ringtone for her that was the sound of rainfall. Because I always put, during hurricane season, I always put, you know, like, for each people, like a siren or rainfall or like heavy rain on as my ringtone for them. You know, so when it starts going off, you know, like, I'm all knowing, like, oh, fuck, shit's hitting the fan. Well, Scarlett wakes me up about, what, Scarlett, between 3 and 4? During Imelda. We lost Scarlett again.
No, about that. Yeah, no.
About 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and the first call that I have to deal with is a pregnant woman. You know, and Scarlett went like, do you want me there or do you want me to let you do this? I'm like, will you stay here with me and correct me if I'm wrong? You know, I dealt with a very shitty-ass boyfriend. I was only up for 10 minutes, didn't have a cigarette or coffee in me yet. And I walked through it with Scarlett. You know, and that day I was up for 24 hours because our team was not doing a damn thing. I need to go get Scarlett a $25 Dunkin' Donuts gift card or a Chipotle gift card or something because I owe her from last year. Scarlett, retext me your address, hon, so I can send out that gift card on the 1st.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, we're getting hit pretty hard by trolls right now.
Dude, I know.
Right?
Dude,
I'm not feeling it right now. Like, they just need to find something better else to do because this network is about free speech and their rights. And that's great. You want to come in here and heckle and do all that bullshit. But just go find somebody else. Please go find some other average undergrade channel to go. We're a certified business. We don't have time for this garbage. Like, please just leave.
This is what I was telling Dwayne the other night when it was happening, and he couldn't get a hold of You Were Red.
Oh, she left. Hold on. She's gonna go into the computer. Give her a minute. Can you, TLO and Mom, can you guys take over for a minute so I can go call her and make sure she's okay? TLO, I'm stepping away to call her and make sure she's okay. Oh, hold on. I just put my cigarette out for nothing. Hey, hon, I'm just getting ready to call you and make sure you were okay because I thought you left because you were upset.
Scarlett,
No. It kicked me out, but this is the worst one we've ever had. Like, it's pretty bad. But it's all right. But that's how you know that people love you because they're here and they're spending their time and energy pouring it in to this network right now. So it's wonderful.
Here's the thing that I told Dwayne the other night. Should watch before you like that.
It wasn't that. It was the freaking air from the fucking fan.
You should watch where you're at.
Son of a fucking cocksucking motherfucker.
Oh, dang. You're just giving them good material right now, too. Sorry, Dwayne.
No, I burnt myself in my cigarette, and it hurts.
I know you did, and I'm stating the obvious.
Do you know what? If they want to come at me, dude. I got thin.
I'm just saying, they're making fun of you already, and you just give them quality entertainment.
You know what? As long as we don't entertain them, as long as we don't give them a platform to entertain, let them run their mouth.
No, I didn't mean to say that. That just, my hand's burning, and it hurts. Do you know what? Hold on.
Isn't that the second time you've gotten a burn on your hand? Don't you have some other burns on your hand?
I got a burn up here for some reason. I don't know how the hell I did that.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. That's what you were saying.
You know, I want to give a huge shout out to Pam real quick because Pam's in here dealing with these trolls like a boss, dude. Her comebacks are starting to get so hilarious, and I'm trying to stay so serious. But Pam, you are awesome. We love you here at the Freedom Revolution Network. And also, guys, if you want to donate to the revolution, go to freedomrevolutionnetwork.com. Click that donate button. You just don't have to donate to the network, but you guys can donate to other shows. Like, it's not just a night talk here. Scarlet Anonymous has her show on Fridays. Clarity After Dark. We have Liberty Librarian, the original Red Pill Show, the Higher Purpose Show, Down the Rabbit Hole with Elle.
Don't look at me. I don't know them all.
The free card readings with the Dragon Lady.
Dragon Goddess.
Dragon Goddess. We have Clarity After Dark.
You mentioned that.
We already did that. But then, and the original. Thank you. I'll take it over from here. So please think about, you guys know where to find us. We're not going to talk about all that right now. So you guys know where to find us. You know where we're at. So check us out.
This is Scarlett. This is where I love being on a Monday night, is right here. Because the fact that you can advocate for so many people that are afraid to use their voice. And you know what? And that's the problem now is the government has so many people afraid to use their voice. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Some people are afraid to use their voice because they're afraid of a backlash and violence. And that's not okay. You know, and the one thing that Scarlett has taught everybody is no matter how afraid you are, you gotta use your voice.
And if you don't know how, ask.
Yep.
We will teach you.
We'll find out what's important, you know.
You know, so the one thing I wanted to talk about tonight is Scarlett mentioned this. They're coming out with a new stimulus bill. But here's the thing. We're not getting a check. We're getting, what was it, Scarlett, a prepaid debit card? Oh, get out of here, man. Sorry, guys. I had a notification from somebody that popped up, and I don't like him. Scarlett, you already know who it is.
Was it James?
Ron.
Oh. TLO. 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 TLO.
So,
I don't know if he's live, but I just got a notification from him.
I don't see him in the chat.
No, I got a notification from his YouTube channel.
Oh.
So you guys want to hear?
Oh, yeah, he is on.
Yeah,
You guys,
4.7 in off of
Eureka.
Do we want to cover it as well, or?
I don't know. Hold on, let's go check it out.
You guys want to hear something funny? And it reminded me bringing up the stimulus checks. Now, the thing for the stimulus checks was passed in March. I had to go in and change my information, so I got my stimulus check.
About 3-4 weeks ago.
I'm gonna say about 3 weeks ago.
Not
Somewhere
when was that?
that area.
Yesterday?
Because I had to go in and change my debit card. Information, and that took a minute to.
Hey guys, so I have an update. Hold on a minute, Mom. I have an update on the little girl, basically my niece. So it's just coming in while my mom was talking. She's dehydrated because of this stomach bug that's going around, which just happened to a friend of ours, baby, that was admitted for 24 hours.
24 hours.
You know, but her mom's texting me. They just got home a little over a half hour ago. They were able to get her rehydrated and everything. So she's doing a lot better.
But
Go ahead, Mom.
I got my stimulus check on the 27th of April. And today I get a letter from the IRS, and I pull out this paper that says on the top of it, the White House, Washington. The date on it, today's the 16th. Well, guess what the hell is today's date? Today's the 19th. So I got it yesterday on the 18th. The date on this is April 29th. It says our great country is experiencing unprecedented public health and economic challenge as a result of the global coronavirus pandemic. Our top priority is your health and safety as we wage total war on this invisible enemy. We are also working around the clock to protect hardworking Americans like you from consequences of the epidemic shutdown, economic shutdown. We are fully committed to ensuring that you and your family have the support you need to get through this time. On March 27th, 2020, Congress passed with overwhelming bipartisan support the
Bipartisan.
the coronavirus aid relief, the Economic Security Act, which I proudly signed into law. I want to thank the United States House of Representatives and the United States for working so quickly with the administrative to fast track the $2.2 trillion in much needed economic relief to the American people. This includes fast and direct economic assistance to you. I am pleased to notify you that as provided by the CARES Act, you are receiving an electronic payment of $1,200 by direct deposit. We hope this payment provides meaningful support to you during this period. Every citizen should take tremendous pride in the selfless courage and compassion of our people. Americans' drive, determination, innovation, and sheer willpower have conquered every previous challenge and will conquer this one too, just as we have before. Americans will triumph yet again and rise to new heights of greatness. We will do it together as one nation stronger than ever before. President Donald Trump.
She got kicked out again. She's on her way back.
Now, I got my stimulus check on the 27th of April. This was done on the 29th. I think they were a tad bit late on this.
Oh.
And I found it funny on the things that it says. American will triumph yet again and rise to the new heights of greatness. But I didn't know that meant taking our rights away, though, either.
Right.
Right.
And it doesn't say that anything about the government. It says America's drive, determination, innovation, and sheer willpower have conquered every previous challenge. And they will conquer this one too.
Exactly.
So does that actually give us the permission to stand up and tell the government to go fuck off?
Sure.
What does it say in the back?
I mean, something in Spanish. The same thing in Spanish. I mean, it is signed by the president.
Hey, that's the first president's ever sent a letter out to his.
Look, it says Donald Trump on the bottom. It's his stamped signature. I just thought it was funny because I got the stimulus check almost.
I'm taking a picture of this because I need this bottom number. So I can call and update my information to get my actual check.
They just a tad bit late with that.
Don't do it right now.
Yes, I did it right now because it was in my hand, and I'm showing you guys the signature.
I just thought it was funny.
Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, I've got to see it before. I have press passes that had the little signature.
Which I think is weird that we're getting letters from the president and the White House.
I got a letter when my daughter was born from the White House.
When your daughter was what, hon?
Born.
Here you go. But the fact... Ooh, hey, Scar. Pam said, isn't that near Cascadia?
Yeah, but that wasn't it. That was some, old information, I guess.
How old are we talking?
Pam knows what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Oh. The one thing is my mom was asking too, But even though we're getting these stimulus checks and we're getting these letters in the mail, doesn't that still give us room to tell our government to go fuck off?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I was just saying in the letter, it didn't say the government is trying to do anything.
I closed it. I'm
Word
sorry.
closed what?
Your letter.
Word for word, it says Americans drive, determination, innovation, and sheer willpower have conquered every previous challenge and will conquer this one too. It doesn't say government. We're the American people.
Oh, I might as well start this update now. Oh, Scarlett. Hold on, she's showing it. Come here, look.
You got that when your daughter was born?
No, I got this one. I actually got to go cover Trump as press, so I got to be a part of the White House press pool for the day, and it was pretty cool. It says,
"Oh my God, that is
yeah, she's an actual reporter.
That is so amazing."
Yeah, so it was super fun. Like, you got to go be, but it wasn't fun at the same time though, because he'd be like, "Oh, look over there, fake news," and like me and Red were standing on our chairs with "Women for Trump" signs, like, "Don't think we're terrible." Like, so it was a fun experience. It was cool to be a part of the White House press pool and be media, but nobody wanted to talk to you because they didn't believe you that you weren't like the crooked media. So then during intermission, we bought like MAGA hats and stuff, and then we put the MAGA hats on, and then they would talk to us.
Right. And that's the thing. But you know what? I can, even though as sad as that is, I can understand.
Right?
To the point where people didn't want to talk to you guys because there is so much bad press.
Yeah, and corrupt media,
Yeah.
and and they hadn't heard of us, and so you know what I mean.
Yep, and they twist shit around, and I just think if the media would stay the hell out of half of the shit, 99.9 of the shit that's going on in this world, then maybe it would get better.
True.
But my question, and this is circling the media too, but also circling the government, we've seen so many articles within the last 2 to 3 weeks of, since this quarantine started, of kids getting beat. The last one I posted, I couldn't read all the way. He only escaped because his parents forgot to handcuff him back up. People are coming up dead, murdered, that's been missing. No, since this has started, I have not gotten one Amber Alert on my phone. And I have it set up on my phone that I will get an Amber Alert about a child or a grown adult from anywhere. And then the girl in Missouri found in a bag on the long side of the road that's been missing forever. But why are them stories being buried? And who's burying them? Because they're being wrote about. But now, for some reason, they're just coming to light.
Give her a minute. Right.
The one I read to you the other day, I can't remember what the hell it was about, and it wasn't about the boy with the handcuffs. It was something else. But that was back in April.
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to wait for Miss Scarlett Anonymous to come back. But I'm about to grab my guitar here in a minute. Because I can be quiet.
Yeah, Brett and I had started
Do this one.
researching about these cases, and because we felt like there would be an increase in domestic violence due to the lockdown procedures. So
They
it's really
are.
sad to see.
They are, but now we're seeing stories pop up all over that are dated back in the end of March, and some of them are in April. And that's normally the press's first thing. They want to post anything negative and stuff like that, but why are they being buried? And who's
Because
making the decision to bury them? Because we all know the media don't listen to the government.
well,
So then it
they're
questions who's getting paid off.
Right.
I'll tell you, CPS and family courts.
Say that last one again, Scarlett.
Family court. CPS and family court. Hillary and Bill Clinton, when they were in office, put in so that when DFS workers or CYS, whatever it is in your state, come and confiscate your child, they get a cash bonus. If that child is disabled, they get even a bigger cash bonus. So by them hiding these cases or allowing this abuse to go on even when they know about it, they know in the end they'll get paid if it's a long-term child versus a short-term placement. So what it's about is the deep state. That's why they allow it to happen. They only use kids when they want to use them as a pawn for their political agenda. Then it's, oh, what about the kids? Oh, what about the kids? Oh, what about the kids? But any other time, it's never, oh, what about the kids? These poor children just live in destitute, and meanwhile the machine keeps turning. So it's because it doesn't sell.
And the little boy that, like I said, I didn't finish the rest of the article because it was making me sick to my stomach. I did post it on Facebook that a cop found him walking down the highway or down the road, and the only reason why that he escaped is because his parents forgot to handcuff him. And he's been being handcuffed and abused since the quarantine started. There's the boy that was being handcuffed in the shed or tied up in the shed or whatever. And from the parents' background, I honestly believe that they knew that these kids were in danger.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's one thing with school being out that I feel bad for the kids, because even though teachers are mandated reporters, there's still not a lot that they can do. But they knew the kids in their class that didn't have a good home life, so they would go out of their way to do a little bit extra for them and make sure that they were doing okay. Like the cops and stuff ain't stupid that they could have been doing welfare checks on these kids.
Right?
As the weeks pass, we're going to see more and more and more and more cases like this. And they can say that the parents are getting 10 years in prison or 15 years in prison, but how they're letting fucking people out of prison.
True.
Me and TLO were talking about this the one night we were on the phone, because a couple nights ago we had a guys' night where we just sat down and played video games together. And I said something to him about this. I'm going like, how many more kids are going to keep getting hurt? Because and I told Scarlett this last night that, it breaks my heart, to see kids abused, and shit because I know exactly how it feels. And I'm not going to say why, but it pisses me off to the core to see other kids go through some of the shit that I went through because parents don't give a fuck about their kids.
I give props to that little boy, though, because when that cop asked him where he was going, he pretty much said the hell up out of here, and he didn't have no qualms or queries about telling that cop that the only reason why that he got away is because his parents forgot to handcuff him. And, you know, most kids in that situation are scared as hell to say anything, and he didn't have no problems opening his mouth, and neither did that other little boy that was being tied up in the shed. I give props to these little kids because that ain't easy.
It ain't.
No.
You know, so.
But on that note, it is 4:00 in the morning. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, we probably should wrap it up.
This is where I'm getting ready to wrap it up because it's been a 2-hour show.
This is
Right.
where I'm saying good night, y'all. I love you. Have a good day, morning, night, evening, whatever it is to you. I am going to bed.
Night, Mommy. I'm leaving here around 8 to go tonight. Okay? If you need me to get anything while I'm out. Milk, toilet paper, TP.
I want to get up in the morning. I just don't want to get up at 4 hours.
Do you want to go with me then?
I need to call Jackson here to see if I get my taxes done before I go donate. But I'm going to try to go donate tomorrow. But I gotta.
Do you want me to wait until you go with me then?
Yeah.
You want me to wake you up around noon so it's about 6 hours of sleep? Or do you want to get a full 8 and wake you up about 2?
We can look extensively.
Around 11.
Okay.
We'll be good.
Okay. That works.
And will you read that for my nightly thing for me?
My mom says for her nightly intro, when life gets
Okay.
too hard to stand, kneel. But guys, I do want to thank everybody for being here tonight on the Night Talk. I want to thank everybody in the comments. Scarlett and TLO, thank you guys for being the most awesome co-hosts. Pam, thank you so much for being one of the greatest moderators here on the Freedom Revolution Network. But from the seas to the skies to the great Buckeye State, good night. Scarlett, take it away.
From the land of 10,000 lakes, good night, universe.
TLO, my brother.
No matter where you go, there you are.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Tune in. There's nothing going on tomorrow. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Nothing.
Tune in Wednesday for the original Red Pill Show. Good night,
Oh,
universe.
I think Elle is on, though. Elle's on every day in the morning. Down the
Yeah,
rabbit
tune in tomorrow.
hole.
We're down the rabbit hole with Elle. How
Yes,
about that?
absolutely. So
All right,
please
and
join us, and we love you all.
hold on in 3, 2,